So my kids got me this wonderfully cool drone. It's a Phantom 3 4K, has a high-def camera on it. And I've flown it several times, getting used to this thing. It's able to look through your cell phone or an iPad mounted on a remote, so you can fly it first person as well as visually. And I'm getting a little braver with this thing. I thought I'd include this clip on the channel just as a bonus. I'm looking forward to adding some pretty cool aerial shots to the videos coming up. But thought some of you guys might enjoy this and definitely wanted to share it with my other family members. So I'm just going to narrate this a little bit kind of as we go and tell you what's going on with this thing. Did I mention how great my kids are? Thank you again, Lindsay and Evan. This thing is so much fun. Right now, after flying it several times, I'm getting braver. I've taken it off beginner mode, which limits a lot of the distances and stuff. And it's relatively small, so once it gets out a few hundred feet away from you, it's very difficult to see it, if not impossible. And you have to fly it using the first-person view through your phone or iPad on the remote. And that takes a little getting used to. You get nervous flying something that's this expensive out where you really can't see it. And it's really a lot of fun. So this is just flying around the properties around my house. And for those of you subscribed to my channel, thank you very much for your support. This will not be taking place of my usual weekly uploads, just little bonus stuff that I might throw in from time to time, and hopefully, again, get some really great new footage angles on some of the adventures coming up. That was my neighbor Charles's house. Those are his barns out there ahead to the left. I'll probably end up doing a full review on this drone also because it's really cool and a lot easier to fly than I thought it would be. Doesn't hurt that I had some practice on a less expensive model for about the last year. But this thing's really cool. When you get to about this point, it's getting to where it's blocked visually by the trees. I can't see the drone. I'm flying it looking through the camera, so it's really neat. And that's a great view of Charles's house next door. And that's Charlestown, his group of barns he's got out there. This is the back property where we do a bunch of hunting, turkey and deer, and you guys will see this on some upcoming hunting videos with any luck. Deer season's about to open this weekend. About this point, I'm getting pretty nervous because I can't see the drone, and I haven't been able to see it for a while. The trees are in between me and it. So I'm looking through the cell phone view, trying to make sure I know exactly where this thing is and fly it back. There's also a GPS overlay on it that you can pull up that shows you where it is too. That's pretty cool. But on the small cell phone screen, it's a bit nerve-wracking. You can see from the trees there my neighbor's house out in front, but mine's just now coming back into view. And the drone's so far away at this point, I still really can't see it until it gets almost to the house. As I'm figuring out how to work this thing, one of the features it has is it uses GPS. This is a point of interest mode where you set it up and show it something you want it to circle and film, and when you get it all set up, push the button, it will automatically circle at the distance you set and altitude you set around that object. This is a very cool setting, especially for like real estate views or things like that out in the field. I'm looking forward to playing with that. But that's a cool shot, I think. And there's my neighbor Brad walking his dogs. Hey Brad, how's it going? I couldn't see you there through the cell phone, but when I went back and watched the video, I could see you pretty good. That's kind of cool. And there's my neighbor's horse Chief. He loves it when I fly the drone. He likes to check it out. He doesn't really understand it, but he thinks it's pretty cool. Alright, this is getting a little braver. Flew it out across the road, had a look at my neighbor Sean's house, and then flew it on back to the property. Again, can't see it when it's that far away. I'm just looking through the cell phone. It's pretty cool. So here I'm taking this thing up to about 400 feet. That's the maximum, I'm sorry, 300 feet. That's the maximum I have this thing set for now. It won't let me go to the full 400 feet that's legal, just because I'm not comfortable enough with it yet. But that's a pretty cool view, and you can set all these things in this machine so it will do what you say it can do, and it's a pretty cool view being up that high. Gabe doesn't really mind it, but he's nervous about it also. He doesn't like the wind coming off of it, and he'll usually just walk away from it. So now I'm trying to see how fast it'll come down while I'm flying it forward, and this is about as fast as it will descend while you're flying it forward. It's kind of cool. So I got this thing now maybe a foot off the ground, maybe 2 foot off the ground, and it has some automatic positioning sensors on the bottom, optical sensors, so it'll maintain altitude unless you tell it to do something different. It's pretty cool. So check this thing out, going real fast right on the deck. And at this point, I'm really ripping the sticks on this thing to see what it'll do, and it keeps the camera as level as it can and stable while I'm really flying the heck out of this thing just to test the camera and see how good it is. Very impressive. So about now, the battery warning light's on. It's telling me it's time to bring the thing in and charge it up. So I hope you enjoyed that. This thing's a lot of fun. I'll just throw some bonus clips in from time to time, and hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you later.